up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Zoe, and today I'm talking about all of the books that I want to read in the month of December. I have a lot of Christmassy holiday books that I want to read this month. I am 100% mood reading this month. I don't have any specific goals or plans. It's just mood reading. That's what I want to do this month. I am burnt out by this year. I need a break. A lot of these are a little bit shorter, a lot of middle grades. Let's go ahead and jump in. I'm super excited to talk about all of these books. So a couple of the books that I really want to read are actually some of the books that I mentioned in my video that I did last week, which is if you like this Christmas movie, you might like this Christmas book. I really liked that video. It would mean so much to me if you checked it out. I will link it down below. But yeah, like I said, some of these books are actually books from that list that I haven't read yet that I really want to read. One of them is The Greatest Gift. This is by Philip Van Dorenstern, and this is the book that inspired the movie It's a Wonderful Life. So if you've seen that movie, you kind of already know what this is about, but it's about a man who, right away at the beginning of the book, he is contemplating suicide. And basically, an angel comes around him and basically makes it so he was never born, and he experiences what life would be like if he was never born, and that kind of stirs something in his soul, and it's just a beautiful story. If you haven't seen the movie, I highly recommend the movie. It's so good, and I really want to get to the book as well. It's super short. I can't wait to get to it. Another book that I want to get to from that list is actually the Valancourt book of Victorian Christmas ghost stories. This is one that is an anthology of a bunch of different published ghost stories that are told around Christmas time, and that's all I know. I'm intrigued. I don't want to do too many ghost stories, but anthologies are really great this time of year because it's just easy to pick up and you can quickly read a story while you're in the middle of wrapping presents or something. I don't know, probably not, but it's easy to pick up and it could be a quick read, so I'm also intrigued to pick this one up as well. Speaking of anthologies, another one that I really want to read is My True Love Gave to Me 12 Holiday Stories. This is by a bunch of different authors like Jenny Han, Stephanie Perkins, Laini Taylor, Rainbow Rowell, tons of amazing authors that I love. Cute, fluffy, contemporary romance stories during the holiday time. I'm here for it. I really want to get to this one as well. Another book that I don't necessarily want to read, I guess I can't say that I want to mood read because I do have book club that I participate in every month here locally where I live, and every month we bring nominations of a book that we would want the group to read, and then we anonymously vote on the book that everyone wants to read. The book that was chosen was not mine. And I'm just the only person in the group that did not vote for this book. And I hesitate to even show this book on camera. I personally think that the cover is really scary. Like, it's scary. So if you get scared easily by like scary faces, like monsterish, demonish kinds of faces, I recommend just fast forwarding a little bit. I never thought I would be talking about this book during Christmas time, but the next book that I have to read, or at least try to read, want to kind of read for book club this month is Krampus the Yule Lord. And he is a freaking scary mother trucker. He's so scary. I wish I got the hardcover so I could like take it off, but I didn't. Like the back, he's just terrifying, y'all. Like, I read scary things, but like, I just, like my Christmas soul just, that's just not what I want to look at. So anyway, this is about Krampus, the Yule Lord, and some kind of adventure he goes on. I haven't looked too much in the synopsis. I'm a little bit dreading reading this one because it's just not my cup of tea, but for book club, I always give every book we read a fair shot. So I'm definitely going to try to read this one, and who knows, I might love it. So this is also on my TBR for this month. And then the other two books that I really want to read from that other video that I did is The Deal of a Lifetime, which is another short story. This is by Frederick Bachman, and Letters from Father Christmas. This is by J.R.R. Tolkien. These are, again, really short ones. This one is like Christmas letters from J.R.R. Tolkien to his children. They also include like drawings and stuff like that. So really excited to read this one. I feel like it gives me like a lot of nostalgia, and I haven't even read it yet. So I'm really excited to pick this one up. And then this one also sounds really touching and heartwarming. It's about a father who is kind of telling the story of his life, his failures, his triumphs, everything, his lessons learned to his son. And the father also has the opportunity to save, I believe, a sick child. But I think that there's like some kind of sacrifice or something that has to happen. I really don't know. I am really excited to read this one though. I love these kinds of stories around this time of year. And again, it's super, super short. I think it's like 60 pages. So I'm really excited to get to this one as well. So the next book that I do really want to read isn't actually Christmassy, but it's been on my like literally I want to grab it and pick it up pile right away. I actually wanted to pick this one up in November and I just couldn't get around to it, and already December has been absolutely insane and I just really want to get to this one, but I'm actually planning on vlogging. I have a kind of a special vlog that goes with this book that I'm really excited to do, but it means I need to put aside some time to read it and vlog at the same time. It's just been hard. So anyway, the book that I really want to read is The Anatomy of Dreams by Chloe Benjamin. I think I actually might have mentioned this one in my last month's TBR because I meant to read it in November, but this is the first book that Chloe Benjamin wrote, and Chloe Benjamin wrote also The Immortalists, which is my favorite book of all time. I really, really want to read this one as well. I'm super intrigued about this. I don't know a whole lot about it. It's like about a couple who apprentice with this scientist that studies dreams, and it's like their relationship. I don't know. I'm intrigued. Apparently it's kind of a thriller a little bit. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I want to go in totally blind. I really hope I love it. I love Chloe Benjamin. I love The Immortalist. I love the way she writes. So I have a feeling I'm really going to like this one. And then another book that I really want to get to. I don't know, again, if I'm going to get to it. It's a little bit of a lofty goal, but I would love to pick this one up as well. I just received this ARC in the mail from Atria Books, and I'm really, really excited to pick it up. It sounds so good. It's kind of giving me like 13 going on 30 vibes, but maybe a little bit more, not as like fluffy, like a little bit more hard hitting. I'm really excited to get to that one, and that is called In 5 Years. This is by Rebecca Searle. I might be pronouncing her last name wrong. I'm so sorry. But first of all, this cover is so pretty. I am obsessed with it. It's like the New York skyline and like navy and gold, which were like, those were my wedding colors, so I'm obsessed with this cover so much. This follows the story of Dani, who sees things very like black and white, and she has this like game plan, and she gets asked like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And she knows the answer to it. But one night she goes to bed and she wakes up and it is 5 years in the future, and she lives the next hour 5 years in the future, and she's not sleeping next to the same guy that she was when she originally went to bed 5 years ago. And so she kind of sees like this glimpse into her future, and then she wakes up and she can't shake the feeling that that just felt like more than a dream. Fast forward 4.5 years later, and she ends up meeting the guy that she saw in her dream 4.5 years ago. So don't know what her future is going to look like now. And it just sounds really good. Like, it sounds really, really good. It sounds really cute and a little bit hard hitting, and like it asks like tough questions. And yeah, I'm really excited. It's like a 200-page book, 230-page book. It's not that long. I can't wait to get to this one. I'm very excited. And then the next books I'm going to talk about, I'm really excited because I'm going to read them for the Cozy Little Readathon, which is a readathon that is hosted by my really sweet friends Kaylin and Lexi and Soleil, and I will link all of their channels below. They're wonderful people. They're doing this really cute readathon that is taking place the 13th through the 15th, so like this weekend, and it is just like a little chill, cozy wintertime readathon where you have a couple prompts like read a cozy book and read a wintertime book, and they're also doing fun stuff like build a gingerbread house, and everyone's gonna do a gingerbread house, and like it's just gonna be cute and cozy. And I'm spending the weekend, I'm gonna relax, I'm gonna read these books. I went ahead and I bought a couple of different middle grade books because I really want to just settle in and like read a book from beginning to end, like a couple of them. So I picked up a couple middle grades. I'm super in the mood for middle grade right now. Everyone is reading Green Glass House, which is one of my favorite books ever, and I have said for years that it's underrated, and I'm so happy that people are reading it now. It's so good. If you haven't read that one, please go read it. It's beautiful middle grade. Anyway, it's making me miss middle grades, and so I picked a few out that I saw that I was intrigued by. One of them is A Boy Called Christmas. This is by Matt Haig. Really quick, just one thing that I love about all of these books is that they all come with illustrations, and I'm so here for that. I love illustrations so much. Like, adult books and young adult books, like, we need more illustrations, please. But anyway, I think this is like an origin story of Santa Claus and how he was once a little boy and how he grew up, and I'm really excited for it. It looks so cute. There he is, like, just prancing away on a little reindeer. I'm excited. I think that this sounds so cute. There's not much else to say. And then another middle grade book that I picked up is called Eddie and the Shadow Shifters in the Battle for Christmas. And this just looks so cute too. These covers are just my favorite. They're so perfect. But it's about a little boy who moves to a new town just a couple days before Christmas. And he learns that no one in the town seems to be aware of the fact that Christmas is just around the corner. Everyone is like, doesn't care that Christmas is coming. So Eddie decides to investigate because that's the kind of guy that he is, and he ends up stumbling upon some shady characters and accidentally takes a whirlwind ride through a portal that lands him in the middle of the North Pole. And it sounds so good. So there's like these shadow creatures like on the cover. And so it sounds like he might have to save Christmas or save this town from lack of Christmas. I don't know. Sounds cute. I'm excited. Another book that I'm really excited for is Magic Tree House Christmas in Camelot. You guys, I grew up on Magic Tree House. Those are like some of my first books that I ever read, and I loved them. I don't remember the saying, but it's like they get in the tree house and then they say the certain things, and the tree house takes them to these places in like time and space, and it's so cool. It's like the original Doctor Who for me. Not obviously like Doctor Who was before this, but in my mind, this is the first traveling in space and time, and it is the coolest thing ever. Anyway, they have a Christmas one. Christmas in Camelot, that's all I know. Christmas, they're spending Christmas Eve in Camelot, and they're in for their biggest adventure yet. I'm here for it. I'm excited. I can't wait. It's like super short. I hope that this just gives me like super nostalgic vibes of being a child and reading these books, and then also just Christmas in general. Cannot wait. And then the last one that I got that I'm also really excited for is called Winter Frost. This is by Michelle Holtz. The little thing on the cover, it says, take care of your niecey and your niecey will take care of you. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I actually don't know what that means. It's Danish Christmas. So for anyone who is more cultural than I am, let me know what that is. I mean, I'm sure I'll learn, which is exciting. It should be an ordinary Danish Christmas for Bettina. Is that her name? I think so. Bettina. Instead, her parents have to go away for a few days, leaving 12-year-old Bettina in charge of the house, the barn, and her baby sister, Pia. In all of the confusion, no one remembers to set out the traditional bowl of Christmas rice pudding for the tiny niece. I think it's a niece. I'm gonna have to look up how to say that word. A gnome-like creature said to look after the family and their livestock. But only Bettina's grandfather still believes in the niece, so forgetting the silly custom couldn't be a big deal, could it? When baby Pia disappears during an afternoon nap, Bettina must do everything she can to set things right, even if it means entering the magical world of the niece. Sounds so cute. All of these books also are like blue and white and gold, and like they all match, and it makes me really happy. Those are all of the books that I would love to read this month. Will I get to them all? Definitely not. I'm just gonna tell myself right now. It's just not gonna happen. I always have really good intentions of reading when I travel, but you guys should let me know if you're the same way. So every year we travel to Wisconsin because that's where all of our family is, and we live in Tennessee, so we take a road trip up to Wisconsin to visit everyone, and it's kind of a whirlwind. It's really fun. Like, I love our family so much. Very, very blessed, but it's can be stressful, but I always have really good intentions of reading while I travel, and I just never do because I feel guilty being the passenger in the car and reading. Like, I feel like my responsibility is to keep the driver entertained, so I never end up reading. I just end up like talking and like being awake and, hey, how you doing? Are we gonna get there? Like, don't crash. I don't know. I just never read in the car, and I should. But anyway, it would be awesome if I did get some reading done. Maybe that's why I went with shorter books, is so I could read them in like smaller stints. So we'll see. But yeah, these are all of the books that I want to read. I don't know if I could pick them all up. You guys should definitely let me know what you're gonna read in December. I want to know all the things. Are you reading fun middle grades? Are you reading anything Christmassy? Are you reading just normal books, like your regular reading? Because I'm not. Here they are. Anyway, I hope that y'all have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are. I'll talk to you soon in my next video. I love you. Okay, bye.